Are you ready? Stand by.
Hi everyone, welcome to my channel Shooter Make Ready, the channel that's been dedicated to precision shooting. Today's topic is going to be my 22 caliber ELR precision setup here, and we're going to do a trajectory validation with this gun. So without further ado, let's get started. So the gun I'll be using today is my Fx Impact Mk2. This gun has been fitted with a 800mm barrel. Inside the barrel is a superior heavy slug liner. It's a 1/16 twist. The ammo I'll be using today is the H&N heavy slugs. This is the 40 grain and it's a 218. The velocity that I'm shooting them is 985 feet per second. Let's speak about the accessories that I've added to my gun, starting off with this MDT grip here. As you guys will see, this is a very big chunky grip, and it works very well for guys with big hands like this. It is fully adjustable, so you can set basically the front or back hand on it. I won't advise guys with smaller hands to get a grip like this, because it's going to be very awkward to get to the trigger and you will have an awkward grip to it. Then the next thing is the Saber Tactical TRS rail here on the top, which has a 20 MOA built-in elevation into it, which is awesome, especially for guns like this that you want to set up for long range shooting. You want to have that 20 MOA in that rail. At the bottom I've got the new Saber Tactical Arca Swiss rail. What I like about this rail, it is nice and wide, it is very solid, and it's got this nice also M-lock slots on the side here, so you can add accessories like this MDT Baker wings that I've added here. Now the Baker wings here from MDT, I've added this to this rail to make my footprint wider, and when I do precision shooting from certain barricades or platforms, this Baker wings comes in very handy. It gives you more stability, more area basically to make contact with your sandbag, and that is exactly what you want. So that's an awesome accessory. Definitely will advise guys who want to do precision shooting to check into that. Here on the top I've also added some weights. You will see that I've shifted the weights more to the front. The reason for this is because I'm shooting a heavy slug, the gun has a little bit of a pushback, and what those weights do is they keep the gun nice and steady. And also if I'm shooting from a sandbag, it's keeping it nice and stable on this. Then moving to the top, I've got the Element Nexus scope here, which is awesome. This is the 5-20x50 APR 1C. This has got the clean reticle in there. I love it. For recording, I'm using the new SideShot GoPro Hero 10 system, which is always fantastic. And then if we move to my bipod in the front, I've got this awesome steady Accutech bipod with a wide footprint. The wider your footprint is, the more steadier the gun will sit on the ground as well. So that's pretty much the accessories that I've added to the gun. Nothing else has been done to it other than cosmetics, as you guys can see with the colors and stuff that I've done over here. So I have done some power upgrades to this gun as well that I'm going to discuss now with you. We're going to start off with my plenum. As you guys can see, I've replaced the old plenum with the latest power plenum 720 from Fx. Also a little side note here, the valve block is not a power block valve block. It is the standard one that you got still with your power plenum 720. Then I've installed a slug power kit. Now the slug power kit consists of the pin probe, which I've installed here in the back. Then you have the hammer spacers, which I've installed on the inside here on your hammer guide. Now those hammer spacers, what they do is, number one, they add weight to the hammer and they compress the spring a little bit harder. So that means with extra weight and more compression on the spring, that hammer will now hit your valve harder, which means you will have more power. And then inside the slug power kit, you will also see a softer valve spring. You guys have to remember to replace that with the standard one in the front. Take the standard one out. Remember to install the softer one, because the softer valve spring will allow your valve to stay open for longer, which means you will generate more power. So that is basically what I've done for power upgrades on this gun. So now that you know my gun setup, the next thing that I'm going to do is to zero my gun at 25 yards. Now with a 25 yard zero and my scope setup that I got over here, I have the ability to dial all the way out to at least 400 yards with the setup. Now key points here if you want to do long range shooting is make sure that you get a scope that have a lot of elevation travel on it, at least 20 MRAD if you want to take it from me. Make sure that you have adjustable mounts and make sure that you have a 20 MOA rail. With these three components you will have the ability to dial your scope and shoot at that long distances. Also something I do when I zero my gun is to do a little bit of harmonic tune. Now the way that I do this is I shoot different velocities from 900 feet per second all the way out to 1000 feet per second. I stay within that range because that is the speeds that I've learned over the year that does the best when you're shooting slugs. Make a note of this because it is key. Also something that I do is I put a lighter weight silencer or a heavier weight silencer when I do that method as well. Now what the lighter weight silencer and the heavier weight silencer do is it also changes the harmonics of the barrel. That will also give you then better accuracy or worse accuracy. So I'm going to shoot two groups, one with the silencer today and one group without the silencer, and then see between the two which group looks the best. The one that looks the best, that's the way I'm going to leave it, and then we're going to shoot out at longer distances from there. So here's my two groups. This side is with the silencer and this side is without the silencer. As you guys can see, without the silencer looks a lot better than with it. There's 4 shots pretty much touching each other and that one slipped away. Like I said, that could have been me, that could have been the gun, or it could have been a bad slug, who knows. But this side looks the best and that's the way that I'm going to use it today. Zero is now finished, and what we're going to do is we're going to just validate my dope from my Kestrel here, see if everything works together with the setup. So we're going to start at a target out at, let me just check, 151, and then we're going to move to 160, 185, 220, 260, and we're going to end it off with 300. Alright, so let's see if everything works together. There is a slight breeze in the air, so hopefully that's not going to affect me too much. Let's get the camera rolling, turn it on. Right, 4.5, I'm going to send it. That is a hit. Nice. All right, so that gives me 4.9. Okay. Nice. Hit. Excellent. Right. Let's step it up. Okay. Gonna favor the right edge quickly here. hit, just off to the left, hit, good, all right. Let's step it up, next target, 8.6, right. Let's get the camera set up quickly for you. Stand it on. 220. Right, let's see. Gonna favor the right edge a bit. That's a hit. Send another one. Hit. Excellent. Right. Next target. Okay, that's 260. Let me see if my camera is still rolling. Turn it on. Okay, 260. Gonna favor the right edge again. Impact. Again. Impact. Excellent. Okay. Last target out of 300. Camera on. Okay. I'm going to favor slightly to the right. Let's see what's happened. Left. So the wind is pushing more to the back. I'm going to keep a little bit more. Impact. 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 There you go. So I'm very happy with that. I do see at the back at 300 it does hit a little bit high, so it might be that the BC is a little bit better, but I'm not going to touch that yet. I know there's a little bit of a wind blowing up there as well, so it can push the slug as well a little bit. So all in all, very happy with that. It's on the money. And what I'm going to do is I'm just going to fine tune the gun now. So I just took this gun out for a little bit of hunting and it performed really well. This gun is not really built for hunting, it's more for precision shooting for competitions. So it was just me going out there and having some fun with the gun. But it worked really well. Something that I am experimenting now at the moment with is air strippers in front of the barrel. Currently I don't see any difference by adding a stripper or not. It's still giving me the same accuracy. And that's basically it in a nutshell. That is my gun setup. I will be making some more videos on my progress as I go along with this gun. I just want to thank all you guys for watching this video and thanks for joining in today. And that's it for me. I will see you guys next time. Cheers.